Today, I'm going to give you a full walkthrough of MagicLight's story mode. MagicLight is an AI storytelling tool. It takes simple text prompts and turns them into full cartoon-style image and video animations. It really excels at allowing you to take a simple idea for a story and create a complete ready-to-upload video in just a few minutes. Has specific modes for like kids stories, music videos, religious videos. All of these work great in animation. It generates vertical or horizontal videos, and it can make them up to 50 minutes long. So let's take a look real quick at some of the more popular animated videos on MagicLight right now. Here is The Bear and the Two Travelers, and this one's got about 75 million views right now. Pretty simple fable-style story. You can see that it's just got a couple kids walking along and a narrator. Here, I'll play it for a second.
Two close friends were taking a slow, quiet walk.
And this is great because one of the most difficult things you'll find when making AI videos is lip-syncing the speech to the characters. MagicLight has just avoided this altogether because it's designed its system to work with a narrator and a background voice and then characters with videos and animation on screen, but it doesn't try to actually animate the videos to match with what the characters are saying. And this solves that big problem, so you get some really good quality videos out that people actually enjoy. This one is the Magic Paintbrush. It's got like 63 million views. Once again, it's got a character moving through the story, but it's got a narrator saying things so you don't have to try to line everything up with their faces. And just so you know, when you are ready to give this a try, I have a free trial. If you click on my link down below, it's going to give you a discount on any subscriptions, plus a chance to use a free trial just for clicking that link. And I greatly appreciate it. And if you happen to greatly appreciate this video, please do me the favor of liking and subscribing. It helps share it with the algorithm and pays me back for the time that I put into this. One of the first things I learned when I started using MagicLight that confused me is that it operates basically like a one-way street. And that means that you can't come back and make changes once you're further down the road. I know this looks like the 4 steps: content, cast, storyboard, edit. And you'd think, hey, if I'm on storyboard and I want to come back to content and make some changes, I'm just going to click up here. But it doesn't really work that way. Once you picked your content and you moved on to cast, you're now picking your characters. You don't get to come back and change the script anymore. The script is now set. When you get to your storyboard where it's creating images, you can't go backwards and change your cast. You can edit every little detail one at a time, and I'll show you how to do that, how to make these little corrections. But that automated system that helps you build an entire story in one click, that only works going through the first time. So you need to make sure that you get these pieces right. Otherwise, you just have to go back to the beginning and start over again with a brand new story, which really isn't a big deal considering how quick this goes. But I just want to make that clear to you because it's something that left me a little bit confused early on. As I use MagicLight, I'm also going to be using ChatGPT. Now, for me, a large language model, be it GPT, Claude, Gemini, whatever one you want to use, is an essential tool. MagicLight does give you some access to this, and it's going to give you some information that you can build using these large language models, but there's a whole bunch of different prompt changes and edits that I like to make without it. Plus, I like to keep my whole story together and organized inside of ChatGPT. And for today's demo, I'm going to use this story. It's about an astronaut on a moon outside in the solar system, and he goes on this little adventure. And I've got it pretty well written up here, the outline for it. And I'm going to go ahead and have ChatGPT elaborate and turn this into a full outline that I'm then going to put into MagicLight. And if I want to, I can click on this expansion button down here, and it's going to choose one of these different AI models to help update and expand the story. But I'm happy with my story, so I'm going to move on. And below this, I have the option to choose from a few different families of image styles. So you can use Midjourney if you want to, or MagicLight has a few of their own. And what these are going to do is this is going to set up the style of all the images. You can see there's cartoons or realistic ones or Pixar ones or whatever you want to have. And mine's a little dark, so I'm going to do this Folktale 2.0. And I already selected that it's in portrait mode. I'll set the duration down here. As a standard default, it always has each scene be 5 seconds. So 2 minutes is going to give me 24 shots. Then I click next, and it's going to begin to analyze my story. And it'll spit out this right here, which is your synopsis. MagicLight has broken my story into 24 different shorts and separated them into 5 different scenes. For each of these, it's put together a subtitle, which is the audio track that's going to be there, and a shot description, which explains what the initial image that's going to be used to create that video clip will look like. So this is the point where you want to perfect your story. If you need to make any changes to it, you can go in here to any of the descriptions and you'll see all of mine here start with @astronaut. And that's because I made a mistake when I was putting my storyline in originally. I didn't give it a name for my astronaut, so I just called it @astronaut. And you're going to see that has some problems for me later on. I'll show you. But for now, I can go in and click edit, and it's going to pop it open, and it's going to let me change any of the details that I want from this prompt. And while doing this, I want to also make sure that I set up my scene description by clicking this little button up here. And this is going to be the description of the background for all of the different shots that are grouped together into this scene. So where it takes place, the time of day, the weather. And the quickest way to set these up is to just copy all of this data from MagicArt, put it right into ChatGPT, and have it write a scene description for each scene. And then you'll want to make any updates to subtitles or descriptions of the images that are going to be made right now. Because once you click this next button, it's time to choose your character and set up the final scenes. And this is what they chose for my character to begin with. It's this guy named William, the young male astronaut. But I don't like his helmet. And if I make this, every single image is going to look like that. So I want to fix it and get my astronaut right before I move on. I'll click on more characters and then add a character. And MagicLight is going to suggest a bunch of different characters I could use in my video. None of these are really what I want. I want to make a unique one. So I'm going to give it a unique name. Then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to choose the voice that I like. I can sample any of these voices and see what they sound like. And once I settle on one, I'm going to click create up here. Now it's going to go ahead and give me a prompt for a character that it thinks is a match for what I want. But ChatGPT really knows my story better. So I'm just going to copy this prompt out. I'm going to stick it over here in ChatGPT, have it do a quick update. Then I'm going to paste it back in here before I create my character. At this point, I just click generate at the bottom. It's going to take a few minutes, but it's going to make me my own new character. But unfortunately, this character has a flaw. You can't see his face through his face shield, so that's going to be a really boring story when you can never see the face of the character. So I'm going to go ahead and do a quick edit one more time, and now I have this character. Looks great to me. I'm going to go ahead and click apply, and that's going to make him one of my characters. And then I want to go in and do a quick edit, because I want to remove this guy on the left here. I need to delete him out. And perfect. I've got just my one character left. Or at least I thought it was perfect. But here's where I made that mistake I mentioned earlier. I only had one character on the screen, so I assumed it would put that character into each and every image and each and every prompt from here. But as we saw earlier, they all said @astronaut, not @Elias. And since I didn't give it a character named astronaut, it created a different style of character for each one. So now I'm going to go in and edit the images to get them a consistent character across all of them, which is kind of cool because it gives me a chance to show you a bunch of the cool ways you can edit these images. But really, the right way to do this is to make sure that you name your character at the beginning in your story, so it ends up in all of your image prompts, and then you keep that same character name consistent when you create the character. That way it'll automatically put the name of that character into your prompt on the side. But instead of doing that, I'm just going to move forward with it and fix these images one at a time, and I'm going to start with this one. First, I'll click up here to add a character, then I'll choose the character that I want and click complete. Once I'm done with that, I want to go back to my prompt, and I'm going to change the name of the character to and then for this one, it was Elias. And you'll see as soon as I start typing Elias, it pops up with a little link I can click on, and that puts it right into my prompt. Finally, when it's done, I click regenerate. And I get this image, which has my character Elias in it. So now I've got the right character in there. I have to go through, though, and fix each and every one of these images now to get them all to the correct character. And while I'm doing this, it's actually a good time to fix any other mistakes that I see in these images, because these images are going to be the basis for all the videos that we will turn into our final story. So the first option I can do is to just update the prompt when I'm remaking a video. I can edit it and change any of the wording that I want of it, and then I'll regenerate it. Or if my image is already close, I can go down here to this little panel where I have a bunch of different ways to update and change my image, like changing the clothes, removing something specific, or my favorite, clicking on this little prompt icon where I get to basically do a short prompt and tell it what I want to change and update in the picture. And it took me a while, but eventually I got to where I had good pictures that were my consistent character that I liked for every one of my scenes. And then it was time to move on and start making videos out of these images. So we'll click down here where it says animate, and that brings up a list of a bunch of different AI models we can use. It also has one important thing at the top where it says animate one or animate all. You can try to automatically animate all of the videos, but I'll show you in a minute why I don't think that's the best way to get good quality videos. But as far as AI models go, you get everything from the low-end MagicLight 1.0 at $80 a shot, all the way up to Kling 2.1 Master at $2,200 a shot. Now, if you think about it, this is for 28 videos in mine, which is about a 2-minute, 20-second video. So that could be as little as 2,200 credits used or as much as 60,000 credits used, depending on which AI models I use. Now, I don't have to use one for all of the clips. I can pick and choose. I can try different ones. I tend to get really good results from these mid-priced ones in the $200 to $300 range. That's what I usually use. And for this one, I'm going to use the Hailuo 2. But I'm also going to leave on intelligent generation based on the screen. And this is kind of one of the reasons I don't like the Animate All, because images created using the intelligent generation tend to have very little movement like this one. So I usually choose generate from custom prompts, and whether I use AI to make that prompt or I type it up myself, I put that in here to tell it exactly what I want in the video. And this usually results in better animation like this one. And then once I've got every animation done and all 28 clips, I'm happy with the videos that I have, then it's time to click the next button in the top right-hand corner, finish a few last settings so that we can render the video. First, I'll choose the style for my subtitles, and that's my font and my stroke and my color. Then I can add background music if I want to too, but I will tell you it's a very, very limited selection, and you just get to set the volume for the entire track. You can't raise or lower it as people are speaking. So if you want to add background music, I highly recommend doing it in Premiere or CapCut or some other program. And once those are set, you click Generate here in the top right-hand corner, lock in your final resolution settings, click OK, and it's going to begin rendering this video for you. And while it's rendering, you can set up your thumbnail here in the middle. It's got an AI system as well as some basic thumbnails you can use. And then it's also got your title, your summary, your hashtags, all the things you're going to need to upload this to YouTube. And you'll give it a few minutes to render, and here you go. You got a finished video.
On Europa's icy expanse, astronaut Elias Cade stands alone. He sees the swirling storms of Jupiter frozen in a timeless spectacle above the lone figure. His suit hums, a fragile barrier against the extreme cold and radiation.
All right, guys, and that's it. Now you can download your video. You can post it wherever you need to. That's how you can create full-length AI videos in just a few minutes with just a few clicks using MagicLight. As I said before, there's a free trial. If you're interested, click the link down below. Otherwise, if you made it this far, please do click like and subscribe. Helps me out a ton. Appreciate it, guys. Aloha.